Welcome back, After Buzzers. Tonight is the final night for the blind auditions. We have so much to say. We'll be talking about the highlights of our favorite performances. Keep it locked right here.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I love this song.
This is a great song because we all got different shapes as women, but it's something beautiful about each of them. You know what I mean?
Right.
You got your shape, you have your shape, I got my shape, you know, but it's all beautiful.
We all beautiful. Right. We all beautiful.
I love how you did that. I like that. That's nice. That's nice.
Welcome back to the show. We're recapping episode 5 and 6 of The Voice. Great night. But before we get started, I'm your host, Cessna, and I'm here with my beautiful co-host.
Hi, everybody. I'm Monique Loveless.
Hey, guys. It's Miss Candi Marie.
Yes, so what an exciting episode 5 and 6.
Yes.
So much talent, so many emotions.
Right.
I shed a few tears over these last 2 episodes.
Very emotional episode.
Yes, as we move into the final battles,
Yes.
blind auditions into the real battles next week. So, what are you guys' thoughts? Let's do an overview of episode 5 and 6.
Oh my gosh. So I really 5 and 6 was actually, I thought I was gonna have more of a bang, honestly, but it ended up being very mellow compared to maybe the other seasons, but it was pretty mellow. I mean, there was some great, obviously this was great starting out season, and so there were some great people, but it was pretty mellow.
I would agree. I would absolutely agree compared to last week. Now, last week I think was really explosive. We saw some really great talent, and we were just vibing out last week. We had a lot of fun last week.
Yeah.
So I was expecting an extra punch this week, but sometimes mellow is okay.
Yeah,
Right.
I
It's
like
okay
mellow.
sometimes.
And speaking of mellow, for me, I think that this week, we always have great talent, but this week it was the storylines that
Yes.
really hit me the most. And I'm going to share just a little bit. I was a foster kid. So whenever I see stories of other foster kids and other adoptees, and we had 2 stories
Yes.
in these 2 episodes, and it just really hit me hard. And I always root for the foster kids or the adoptees or people that were displaced. So that was just really, really nice when we get to see people's storylines and why they have so much fire and passion behind their performances.
Definitely.
So amazing stories this week.
And I feel
Amazing.
like those were actually, not to jump ahead, but I do feel like those were actually the people that this time around I felt had the most passion in their music.
Because it came from somewhere.
Yeah, it was a story. It was definitely a story, and I felt those stories coming out. So yeah.
I think that was the focus tonight. I really think it was, just even how they put the pieces together.
Right.
And then everyone was able to finally choose their teams by the end of this episode. So it was a lot of great things that happened. So let's move in. Let's talk about the first performance of the night, yesterday night, for the episode.
Stephanie Skipper, 33 from Nashville.
Yes.
And she did a Kelly Clarkson song. Let me tell you, this is what I always say. It worked out for Hannah Goebel, but never do a judge's song. I feel like there's too much pressure. There's way too much pressure. And then you're letting this person know that you really, really like them, and if they turn around, like you're going to pick them. But what if they don't turn around?
And there's a chance they're really going to judge you. It's like they're going to be very critical because this is their song. I'm sorry, but I don't think that I could have the balls to do that.
Yeah.
Like to really stand in front of the person who created this song and sang this song. And it's like a certain standard that's been set that you have to reach.
Well, I think it's a big risk, but if you can blow it out the water, I think you should absolutely go for it.
That's a gamble.
It's a gamble. It's a gamble. But if you can blow it out the water, I think it's all about taking chances and taking those risks. Even though, it didn't happen maybe the way that she wanted to for the first performance. But we saw later in the episode how things came together. Well, it got interesting with the whole block and everything.
Yes.
We'll get there.
Right.
But it was cool. It was cool.
Yeah, she ended up going with Adam, and I will say that Kelly did not turn around. She was not honestly, she was not a strong start for the blind auditions to start it out. I thought she was cute. I thought she was okay, but she didn't blow me away.
Yes, no, I wasn't blown away either. But she brought her best.
She did.
Can I ask you if someone would have, and this question is for the both of you ladies, if someone would have sung your song, what would you have done? Like, what would be your thought process?
You would be so judgmental unless they really gave it the emotion, like we talked about last week with Jemai and the Usher song. If they really gave the emotion of something different than when you went in the studio and you know what went behind that and you understand what you did in the studio and how long it took and all of that, I really feel then you're able to kind of, I mean, Kelly clearly didn't turn it around. I mean, she liked her, but she didn't turn around because she knew everything, everything that goes into that.
Yeah, it can't be mediocre, and I believe her performance was pretty mediocre. And if you're going to do a song like that, you have to completely make it your own or completely blow it out the water in their own rendition of it. So she was good.
Right.
She was okay.
My next is the favorite of this episode.
Okay, let's move to the next. Who? Tish
Haynes Keys.
Oh, yes. And she sang Aretha Franklin, Chain of Gold. She's from Missouri.
I knew Kelly was going to turn around because she sang Aretha Franklin. Everybody who knows Kelly knows that she is an Aretha Franklin
loves her.
fan.
Yes, she loves Aretha Franklin.
Like, loves her. So I think she did. I loved it. But I will say this. I'm glad that she did choose Adam because he did say, I'm going to take you out of that. Like, when she got up there and you heard her voice, you expected that. You expected her to sing an Aretha Franklin song. You expected her to do something soulful. So I'm ready to see her. She has a great voice, but I am ready to see her do something out of her comfort genre.
Yes,
yeah, out of her comfort zone.
Taking chances.
Yeah,
that's what it's about. No pun intended. Absolutely. So soulful, so beautiful. I loved her performance, and she rocked it.
She did. She had so much fun with it. I loved it. I was like, yay. I liked her. And the fact that she's on Adam's team, she's a soulful singer. I feel like she has a chance. And I want to see her get out of her comfort genre.
Yeah, I think that was a good collaboration. And even last week, what we saw with Adam, he was getting turned down left and right last week. It was really hard for him to land talent. But between tonight's episode and last night, things were really picking up for Adam. So he's building a pretty good team.
Yeah, because he started off yesterday night's episode with needing 6 people, so that means he only had one person.
Wow. Yeah, he was all the way in the red.
Yeah. So go Adam. And not only was he a win, just news, not only was he a win for tonight at The Voice, he also just bought a $35 million house in Beverly Hills.
Okay, can we talk about this house?
Let's talk about the house.
Let's talk about this house. Tell us about the house.
Yes.
Well, I'm not sure about the house. I know it has like 7 bedrooms, and it used to be the writer or the founder, whatever you want to call it, from Will and Grace. Matt
owned the house.
Matt
used to own the house.
Yeah,
wow.
Used to own the house and sold it to him. So he had a win. He had a couple of wins.
He had a couple of wins. Well, good for him.
Okay, I want to see pictures of this house. $35 million.
I need to see
7
pictures of this house.
bedrooms.
7
All right,
bedrooms.
girl.
Look, I may need to move into one of those bedrooms. Okay,
Listen,
look, I'm saying, look, Adam, make some room for me. Okay.
Right.
Okay, so next up we have Branson. He 28 years old, from Tennessee, Tulsa town. That's the song he sang. What did we think about his performance? What did you think?
He plays the guitar, and I thought he was a good country singer. He didn't wow me, but I did like his performance. It was nice. He did, a good song for him, but I wasn't like wowed.
Yeah. I think if you're going to get up on this stage, you have millions of people watching from all over the world. You have to bring your A game. You have to bring your best. And I believe with him, I didn't feel anything. I didn't feel like he was hungry for it. And you got to be hungry. And you can tell the people that are hungry for success and hungry to really win and get on teams, and people that are just kind of, I don't know, not giving it 100%.
Yeah, and I agree. And you guys know I'm a tough critic. I don't want to see anything that I feel like I've seen before that feels generic to me, or that just feels like regular.
Yeah.
So
no more average. I'm ready to bring it to the next level when it comes to talent. Yeah, blow me away. I'm just ready for more. And I believe even America and the people that are watching are just ready for more.
Same way.
We all feel the same way. I'm like, okay, it's time to pick things up. Come on. look, bring your A game. It's time to win.
I mean, not to mention, we've been watching these vocal competition shows for like 15 years
For
now.
so many years.
It's been a
15
long
years.
time.
So it's like, we want to see something that's different, that stands out.
Right,
So bring
right.
it.
Yeah, you got to bring it. And
Right.
even this show, just a side note, they have a lot of competition, you know. In addition to being a super fan, of course, of The Voice in this show, I'm also a fan of The Four with Diddy.
Yes.
I'm like, I love that show.
Yes.
So you got some competition. So you got to bring, because The Four, they're bringing some real
The
talent.
game has been revolutionized.
It's been
They have
revolutionized.
revolutionized the game.
And they're coming to eat over there. So
Oh, they're eating.
I
They
need
got
to
some
watch
competition.
it. I have not watched it. Sorry.
Oh, it's epic.
I like it. I like it. I like how
love
they
it.
mix social, digital, with talent. It's just a little bit of everything.
It's
They're
a little bit of
creating
everything.
Stars.
Yeah, like superstars, like real stars. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a lot of competition out there. So, I mean, he ended up going with Blake, because Blake turned around. But, I don't know. He didn't wow me.
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes I feel like Blake turns around. I mean,
For
I don't
anybody
know.
country, but he's won.
He does.
He's won a lot with country singers.
That's
I
a very
think he's had
comfortable
like
space.
Yeah,
if I'm
it's
not
comfortable for
mistaken,
him.
if you're in
That's
the
his
chat,
expertise.
I think he's won like 7 already, 6
Okay.
or 7.
He's been on the show long enough.
I mean, he's
Yeah.
completely been on the show long
He's
enough.
been on the show for a while, right?
Yeah, but every time he wins, it's pretty much with a country star.
Yeah.
So
So
that
you
just
wanna
lets
see
you
him
know the
switch it up a little
country.
bit.
I want to see something
Yeah.
different.
I want to see a challenge. I think that's what I want to see from each one of them. I don't want to see anything stereotypical. And
Yeah.
there goes that word again. So guys, don't go in on me in the chat. But I don't. What I don't like is I don't like things that just seem like, okay, well, this person belongs to the. No, step outside of your comfort zone. I want to see Blake take on a hip hop artist.
Yeah.
I want to see Alicia Keys take on a country singer and vice versa. Like, I want to see them do things that are not of them.
Right. And I think it's also kind of hard with the contestants too, because last season I know that Alicia was trying really hard to get a country singer, and she ended up getting the young girl. I think she's 14. I forget her name, but she was cute, and she was on Blake's team, and then I think Alicia stole her, if I'm correct. And she Brayley or something like that. That was her name. And she was cute. She was good, and I don't know if they really know how to kind of do their genre or get them in their
exciting
lane.
thing about this show, because it's not just a competition for the contestants, it's a competition for the coaches as well. Let's see how good of a coach you really are, and that's the challenge that we all want to see.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk about the next talent, Tiana. She's 16 years old. She's from California, and she sung "Unfaithful" by Rihanna, which I love that song.
That's a really hard, challenging
Very
song.
hard song.
It is a challenging song.
How do you think how do you feel like she did?
I said I was shocked that she got turnarounds. I think she did okay. It's a really hard song. I have to say that's a really hard song to do. So I think she was just, to me, she didn't have the wow factor. Mm-hmm. She was okay. I liked it. It wasn't like.
But you know what? The great thing is that she is only 16, so she has so much room
Yeah, she
to
has
grow.
so much room to grow.
And maybe it was just a song choice,
She
did kind of make it her own, though.
She made it her own, and I see so much potential in her. It might have not been the best song choice, but it's a lot of potential. She's young, she's cute, she has a little look to her. I like her.
Yeah, because I feel like that
She's
song
cute.
for a
I like
competition
her.
like this, it stays within like a certain range, and I feel like she needed to show us more. Show us why you deserve to be here.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted her to hit that note. Like Rihanna hits a note, and I wanted her to go strong on that, and she ended it very quickly, and I was like, oh no,
you wanted more from the performance.
Yeah.
And with these performances, you really gotta make lemonade out of lemons. You gotta squeeze
Yes.
all of your potential out. You gotta squeeze all of that passion out and leave it right there on the
Come
stage.
on, analogies. Let's go, analogies.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Right. So she ended up going with Kelly, and
Do you think that was
I
a good
think
fit for her?
Kelly is the only one that actually turned around. I don't remember. I think Kelly was the only one that turned around. So she ended up, excuse me, guys. She ended up going with Kelly, because Kelly was the only person that did turn around.
Yeah, they did turn around.
And I mean, I feel like either Alicia or Kelly would have been a good fit for her voice right now. I don't know. She wasn't one of my favorites because I think that was a really hard song. But for the most part, I mean, she did good.
And you know what? The good thing about Kelly is it goes back to that because Kelly was a contestant. That's why I think that she might be a good fit for her.
I think she'll be a great fit
especially
for her.
because she's 16. She's very impressionable. She has room to grow. So I think she's going to be a really good coach.
Yeah, I
for
think she'll be a
Tiana.
great coach, and I think she'll also just be a great mentor for her.
Right.
Yeah. So next up, we have Maya Bass. She's from Jamaica, Queens, New York, and she's on Issues by Julia
Michaels. I love me some Julia Michaels. I don't know. I listened to the Maroon 5 album like 50 million times, and that's kind of how I was introduced to Julia Michaels. And she's amazing. I love her. So I love this song. I loved this girl's raspy voice. And her artsy look.
She's a great look.
Which was like pink hair and things like that. But I loved her raspy voice. She had like this voice that went low and that was so raspy. I loved it. I really liked it.
She's so memorable to me.
She's so memorable.
I'm definitely going to say, hey, did you guys see Maya's? Like, when I leave here today, I'll say, hey, what about Maya?
Yeah.
Did you see Maya from The Voice? You know?
Right.
And that's what I want to see more of. Like, she doesn't look generic, even in her look. Because the thing about, I'm going to go back to the star on Fox, is that, like, they're creating stars, and it's not just about you having a great voice. Do you have the appeal of a star? You know? Like, when you stand on that stage, do you have stage presence?
Yeah.
And I feel like she does.
She has so much control in her voice. I was like, wow. Like, even I could see it, and I'm not.
Yeah, you're not.
I'm not a musician. I'm not in the music industry whatsoever. But she has so much control over her voice. I was surprised that I think only Adam turned around, but she's a great addition. I loved her.
Absolutely, completely original, super stylish. She has her own look, and I think that's a big part of it. A lot of people come on the show and they look just like plain Jane, but even with your look as a musician, you know, rock out with it. She has pink hair. I mean, the outfit, the hoop earrings. I loved it. She had the pizzazz and so much, just great range, but very, very controlled and very, very powerful.
You know what I'm looking forward to, and I'll say this: I'm looking forward to seeing Maya do Maya. You know, I'm really looking forward to seeing who she really is as an artist outside of, you know, the songs that she's singing that belongs to other people. I want to see Maya do Maya.
Yeah. There's a couple people I want to see that with.
You know, like who they really are as an artist.
Who they really are. And that's the great thing about this show. Over time, we get to learn who these people really are, and learn even more about their stories and see who they really are as artists. So I'm looking forward to next week. And
the battles.
I'm excited. The battles are going to be epic. They're going to be epic.
Then, the next girl up, please name her because I'm so...
Okay, Livia Faith from Kentucky. She said she sung "Dream, a Little Dream of Me."
Oh my gosh, this girl picked the best song for her voice. Oops, sorry, water everywhere.
She's that excited about this girl.
I know. Look, I got that excited about this girl. She picked the best song ever for her voice. Like, this was a perfect song for her voice.
Yes.
I haven't seen a song selection like this for people's voice. Like, I don't know.
So she nailed it.
She nailed it.
She absolutely nailed it.
She did. She nailed it. So I loved her. I absolutely loved what she did. She also plays the ukulele, so I was kind of nervous.
Ukulele.
Like, oh my gosh, is she going to go on Blake's team? And then she has to go up against the other ukulele guy who I think was Brent or Brett, something like that. But
yes, the other one.
I was like, oh my gosh, she actually, I mean, I loved what she did.
Hey guys, again, so this is a live show, and we have such a great
young
lady that just came
Thank
to
you
save
so
the day. Thank you, girl.
Thank you so much.
We are loved here at The Voice.
Look, we look out for one another here at AfterBuzz TV. We're a family here. We had a little spill because we got excited.
We did.
I'm telling you,
I got excited, guys.
We're going to continue to even get more excited because the performances get greater, they get bigger, and look. I don't know what to tell you.
You know what? Expect more water spills.
Right, that's what I'm saying. Expect water spills, bottles popping, everything.
I'm going to get it before it spills again.
Okay, so back to what we were saying. We were talking about this last performance.
With Olivia.
Olivia. Olivia, her voice was just so sweet.
It was.
It was so sweet. She was so charming. And so much charisma. And I can't wait to see what they do with her.
I am too. I'm really excited to see what Alicia does with her. And I was kind of shocked that she went with Alicia. And so, but
Really?
I'm really,
Who were you expecting her to choose?
Yeah, who were you
Kelly.
Really?
I was expecting her to choose
Why?
Kelly.
Yeah.
Why?
I was expecting her to choose Kelly, and I'm not sure if Blake turned around, but I was expecting her to choose either Blake or Kelly. But I don't know, because she had this voice that was like kind of light, and she knew, and I feel like Alicia is more like strong, hard hitting. So a lot of soulful voices go with her.
Yes.
But she ended up going with Alicia.
But that's exactly what we were just talking about. We want to see people pick people that are unexpected.
And
that's the beauty of this competition. I don't want to see anything that I could say, you know what, she's going to pick. No, keep me guessing. Keep me on the edge of my seat.
That's true. But when we do battles, I like to see what they do to take them out of their comfort zone. So it's kind of like, even though Alicia has a lot of soulful voices, it's kind of like, how does she take them out of their comfort zone? How does she take them to the next level, and we get to see something different?
And the coaching.
Yeah. I also like to see their connection, because they get so connected to the artist. So I don't know. I think it's going to be good. But I'm going to see what she does with her.
Okay.
I have faith in
I'm
Alicia.
excited.
She's
I'm
great.
looking forward to it.
Right.
I'm looking forward to it too. Now we'll have Jordan, who was next. Jordan, she's 27. She's from Tennessee, and she's saying, "In Case You Don't Know Me" by Brett Young. What do we think about her performance?
It was good, but not stand out. That's all I have.
It was stand out. I mean, this is pretty much how I feel about most of this episode. Like, there was no really. I mean, well, there was one that was like a awesome epic performance, but there weren't too many standout ones. They kind of, I mean, it didn't wow me.
Who stood out the most to you? And
Well, we'll get there. We're gonna get there.
Okay.
We're about to turn the corner.
building it
One
up.
second. We're building it up.
I'm excited.
Yeah. I don't know. It
What
just
about
doesn't
you?
stand out.
Well, you know what? I think for me, the majority of the contestants that really stood out for me were in the next episode. Yeah. So I'm just kind of waiting. I'm kind of quiet. Y'all know I'm very
You always
critical.
seem to like the second blind.
Yeah, that always works for me. I always get more excited. I think that we had a few, cool people, but I definitely enjoyed the second episode.
The second episode.
Yeah.
And we're getting ready to get into that in a second, but a few more people we want to recap for this first episode. Now we have Gary, is it Edwards? He's 26, from Dallas, Texas, and he sang "What's Going On" by Marvin Gaye.
Oh,
Yes.
no. Was he next, or was it Shayna?
He wasn't next. I just, unless you want to talk about Shayna.
Oh, Shayna was good.
Okay, let's go. Let's
go
run
there.
it back to
Let's
Shayna.
go there.
Hold on.
Shayna, bang, she sang "Bang Bang" by Cher.
She did, but let me tell you, Shayna is 44, has gone through life. She's probably the oldest contestant,
Yes.
which
She
means
is.
she's
Yeah.
bringing you inspiration
Yes.
to continue with
At
your
any
dreams.
age.
Yeah, to
I
continue
love
with your
it.
dreams no matter what. And I knew, let me tell you, I wrote down, Alicia Keys is going to turn around, because the first thing she said in the beginning of the episode, she said, "I'm looking for something indie." And I was like, if you do not turn around for this lady, you are not looking for anything indie, because she is indie.
She is indie.
Oh, absolutely.
And
she's gorgeous.
I
Yes,
absolutely
she is.
loved the difference. She has that Sia feel, that just different, not as strong as Amy Winehouse, but you know how when you heard Amy Winehouse, you immediately was like, "Oh, that's Amy Winehouse." Like, she has one of those voices where when
she
you
has
hear
a
her on
signature
the
voice.
A signature voice that's
when
set
you-
apart.
Yeah, when you hear her on the radio, you're going to know exactly who she is.
Nice.
What I loved about her performance was that it really just brought me into her world in such a different way. It was so mesmerizing and so different and so beautiful. And then you see Alicia turning around now.
Yeah.
I thought it was awesome.
You know what? And I have to say that word that we used a lot the last episode, identity. She has her own identity.
Yes.
And I mean, at 44, she should. You
Yes,
know,
she
she's had so much life, so much maturity. I think she's definitely going to be somebody that we see stick around throughout this show, this season.
And what I love about just working in this industry, it's this stereotype. I really think it's not the truth. It's a myth that, you got to be young as a woman and so pretty and in your prime. That's the only way you'll get discovered. But nowadays, we're seeing people that are in their 40s and their 50s. They're finally breaking out to this, to be the star that they really are. And it's a beautiful thing to show you that at any age you can still accomplish your dreams. And I'm hoping that for everyone watching this show across the world, that they'll be inspired to pursue their dreams, no matter, where they are in life or how many kids they have or how old they are.
And what they've been through.
Or what they've been through. It's inspirational. And that's what this show is all about. And it was just, her performance was awesome. So I'm glad that you rewinded that back.
Right.
Great choice,
I had to,
Alicia.
because it was. I was like, oh my gosh, she's reminding me of somebody else that I know who is actually on AMTM now, which is America's Next Top Model, and she's 43.
Yes.
So, and I know her, Erin. So it's just one of those things where it's like, ladies, no matter what, because it is hard in this industry, in the entertainment industry, after a certain age, it gets a little we're told it gets more difficult because you don't look the young, or you don't look, you don't have that appeal anymore. But she came out there and she did her thing, and I was like, thank you. Okay. And she's very much an indie artist. Yeah. She could definitely be an indie artist. Not to mention that she's been in the industry for a while, because her dad was the founder of Blood, Sweat, and was one of the founders of Blood, Sweat, and Tears. That's so hard to say. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. So, yeah.
Yeah, so she knows it. Music has been a part of her life. It's in her bones. It's just in her culture. It's a part of her. And you can clearly see that during her performance.
Now I'll let you move on to the...
So now we're going to move on to Gary, who sung What's Going On by Marvin Gaye.
Mm-hmm. And he ended up with Adam. He was... Hold on. I clapped while I was sitting in my house, y'all, by myself.
You were just up there clapping.
I was like, yes. Yes. He has that Luther Vandross feel. And I grew up with Luther Vandross.
Luther.
And I loved it.
Can we just take a second to appreciate?
Just appreciate.
Just appreciate it.
To escalate.
Yes.
So soulful. So beautiful. I literally got the chills watching him perform.
And it wasn't forced at all.
It was
just rolled
effortless.
off his tongue.
Right. And I absolutely loved it. I was like, oh my gosh, my mom used to play Luther Vandross, Prince, every Saturday in our household while she cleaned up. And I used to be like, I can't stand him. And then I was like, no, deep down inside, I really like Luther Vandross, but I'm not going to act like I do. But his voice had that, nowadays we get the ushers and the more higher voices in men, but he took it back down to an alto, and I was like, yes.
And you know what? I don't think I have seen that yet.
We have not
so
seen
that's
that
refreshing.
Yet on this
Very
season.
refreshing.
Yes.
Yeah, it was so deep and so rich.
It was. I loved it.
I love
Thank
it.
you, Gary.
Right?
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Gary. Thank you.
Yes, Gary.
Yes.
I loved it. And he's cute.
He's a little cutie.
He's a little cutie.
Little cutie.
He's not my type, but
He's cute. I'm saying, he's handsome.
He's very
he's got a
handsome.
handsome
Has
feel.
a grown man, handsome vibe.
Yeah, grown man,
and
handsome
that's nice
vibe.
to see.
It's good to see some, real,
Yeah.
manly man,
Low
man.
cut, clean
Low-
shaven.
clean
Yeah. Listen to us, y'all.
I'm gonna keep that there.
So, is it time for
No, because we have Hannah Goebel.
Okay. All right, I'm just ready for my babies.
Okay, so we're going into Hannah already.
Hannah's next. No, Mercedes was, but she didn't get a turnaround.
All I asked by Adele. So next. Yeah, no, she didn't get a turnaround. So let's just go on to Hannah. Hannah blew us away with If I Ain't Got You by Alicia Keys, but the block happened. Oh my.
So they blocked Alicia?
Kelly blocked Alicia.
Kelly blocked Alicia.
And she ended up going with Kelly because, that was basically the next.
Who else are you going to choose?
Thing.
Yeah, the next best option.
Adam has got more of the same vibe as Alicia, and usually they're going head to head. But now that Kelly is on the show, it has been more of her and Alicia going head to head. And that, if you can't choose Alicia,
come on, especially.
But
with
she
that
did.
voice.
She did. If I Ain't Got You, and I have a place in my heart for that song because one of my best friends, she sings, and she does that song so beautifully. She's an opera singer. And she does that song so beautifully. And so when she did it, I thought it was good. I thought it was good, but it still didn't have the wow factor because I don't know what Alicia did in that studio, but she was like, listen, I need this to be that song.
And it was that song.
Yeah, and it's one of those songs that when you sing, you expect something. It's one of those things like Whitney Houston.
I feel
like
it.
anytime anybody goes up to do a Whitney Houston song, you're always like, nope, they didn't do it. I'm sorry, you got a voice, girl. Even a Deborah Cox, you got a voice, girl, but you ain't Whitney. And I just feel that way. I think she did good, but it just, that's one of those things where it's hard to have that. You're expecting so much when you do a Coach's song.
So much.
But technically, she did get a 4-chair turnaround.
She did get a 4-chair turnaround.
But let me tell you, I think Alicia turned around because she knew she was already blocked. She saw Kelly block her, so she was just like, you know what? You did my song.
I just want to
nice
watch
for
you.
me
I
to-
just want to see you do your thing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I mean, yeah, it was good.
It was
I'm listening even again now.
It was good.
I like the tone of her voice. I will
Yeah,
say
she has
that.
a great
She has a great tone.
I would.
Yeah, she's got. It's like for me, I felt like it was like a country version of Alicia for me. You know, it was just a little different. I like a Nashville.
Like a Nashville.
Yeah.
I like the flavor that she brought to this song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I would love to see her do some other songs and continue to go forward.
Well, you know, she considers herself a soulful singer, so yeah.
I think
Definitely some soul in there.
some soul. I believe you gotta. She's gonna have to dig a little bit deeper. She's gonna have to dig deeper to get more of that soul.
I think Kelly will take her there. Kelly will take her there.
Kelly will take her there.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Kelly will take her
Absolutely.
there. Yeah, she'll do that.
I love.
I love
Kelly's
Kelly. I
personality.
know.
Her
She's
personality is
amazing.
so fun.
Bringing so much just light and fun and love to the show. She
She's
just
super
balances
amazing.
everything out on this panel.
Absolutely.
You know what
She
I
was
mean?
definitely what they needed.
What they needed, because I love Alicia, but sometimes Alicia's a little bit boring for me. I'm like, girl, I need some more energy from you,
Yeah.
Alicia. Like, I need something, or I don't know. I mean,
Kelly
I
brings
need more.
that energy.
She's mellow. She's like,
but she's
I'm
almost
Alicia-
too.
I'm Alicia Keys.
Alicia Keys is too
With
mellow.
this glow. What did we say last
Right.
week, y'all?
She is. She's
Sometimes
very
she's
mellow.
just a little too mellow
And
for me,
Kelly's
and I'm
funny.
bored.
She's so funny.
She's
got
so
much
funny. I love
personality.
her. I love Blake. Alicia Keys. I need you to take an energy drink before eat some energy bars. Like I need.
But
a little
everybody
bit more
can't
energy.
be on 10 though.
Right.
She don't have
balances
to be on
the
10,
group.
but you can't be on 0 either. Sometimes I feel like she's like on like literally 0, 1, 2, and I'm like, you got to pick it up a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I understand you're mellow and you this mystery and you're Alicia Keys, but baby, we got to keep. You know, I don't know. I'm just getting
Keep
into
me
her.
excited.
I'm
Yeah.
just getting into. You know,
That's okay. I love you just the way you are, Alicia. Girl.
I love
Alicia.
Alicia. I'm sorry. I need a little bit more. Just a little bit more energy. Like you're alive. Sometimes I feel like, are you there?
Well,
Like,
that's
hello?
why they brought Kelly on, so we got the energy.
There's
That's
a
what I'm saying.
balance. It's a
But that's what I'm
balance.
saying. Thank God for Kelly.
It's a nice balance.
Now on to
Now
Blind
on
Six.
to episode
Yes.
6. Blind audition.
Yes, I will come alive now.
The final audition.
The final auditions before they go into the battles next week. Genesis was first. She was
No.
from- no, yes,
Oh
she
yeah,
was.
yeah, you're
Genesis
right.
was first.
Oh look,
I'm sorry, that was my fault. Sorry guys, that was my fault.
just cut me out. Just cut me.
My bad. That was my
Genesis
fault.
was first, 19. She's from Miami. She sang, was it praying? I don't
Yes,
know.
Crying.
Crying.
Yeah,
Praying.
It was praying.
praying. Is
It
that
was
what
praying.
it's called?
Praying.
You know what? I'm gonna be quiet because I'm wrong over here
No,
right
actually,
now.
you keep going. It's fine. You know, it's all good.
I'm gonna be quiet because
You
I'm
just keep
wrong.
going.
I'm
but
wrong. I'm hitting the L's right now.
I liked her look. Her hair popped. Love her hair. I love her story. Her story was really nice
Oh, it
too.
was
She
so
came from a
sweet.
family of artists and singers, and the fact that her mom and her dad were in the same band. I was like, wow, that's such
yeah.
a great story.
Yes.
And then they're
She was
first
cute.
generation. You know, she's first generation American, so I like her storyline.
Yeah, she was good.
Her
She
voice was good.
She was
It
cute.
was good.
Mm-hmm. Next.
Next. Hit the button. So next
She was great.
So is it Shireen?
Shireen.
Shireen. And she sang
Callister.
Make It Rain.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she ended up going with
Not the Travis song. Not the Travis
right.
song.
Not
not what you
Make It
think.
Rain by was it Travis
Travis
Scott?
Porter.
Travis Porter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Not that one. She
Not
sang
that one.
Make It Rain. It was such a beautiful rendition. I loved it.
She was good. That's all I wrote.
Loved her.
She's
Loved
good.
her.
Exclamation mark.
Loved her.
Good.
Loved
She
her. Her
was.
story, adopted,
Yeah, she was
separated from her
adopted.
twin at birth.
Mm-hmm.
I actually like had a moment where I teared up a little bit because I can't even imagine what it would be like to be separated from your twin at birth, you know. And I was really hoping that they could have brought the twin on the stage. I was like, bring her on the stage. I was like, are they gonna do it? I would have loved to have seen them experience that moment on the stage together. That would have been great.
Yeah, and it was so emotional because
It was.
She said that her birth family ended up keeping her sister, right?
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
ended up giving her up. So she was
No, that wasn't her.
that
that
was
wasn't
somebody
her.
else.
That was
Okay.
Amber. The last
That was
one.
Amber because we had two people on that were adopted tonight.
Yeah.
Two people.
So she was really good, and I just put exclamation. I'm so glad that she actually made Alicia's team full. Like I was like,
That was such
yes,
a great fit.
that was.
It was
Such
a
a great
great
fit.
fit.
Yes, amazing, girl. I can't wait to see you, honey.
She was probably one of my favorite voices tonight.
Absolutely.
Definitely, like her voice, her range,
Yes.
her originality. Just, I loved it.
Yes.
It was beautiful. And
It
even before
was.
she got on stage, she was like, what did she say? I want to make it rain on stage. Like all of my
And she
pain,
did.
all of my fears. I just want to let it all go on stage.
I got
and
chills.
she rocked it.
And you felt it.
She felt, yeah. We I would have to say more so than episode 5. I think episode 6 they really made us feel, and they had so much to pour on the stage.
Yes.
And every single time, like somebody said, I'm gonna put it all on the stage. They did exactly that,
Yes,
and
they
that's what
did.
I appreciated.
Yes. Beautiful performance. Now, Alicia's team is full.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think about her selection so far? Like, since her team is full now.
Wow.
She has Terrence Cunningham.
Okay, Terrence was the one. Is that what the one with the?
Yes.
Yeah, with the piano. So she has him. That's all I'm gonna
They're
say.
called dreads, Chance.
I
they're
know
called
they're called dreads. I just don't like how they're styled. But he's a great performer. I love him.
She
She's
has
got a
Terrence.
powerhouse.
She has
She has a power team.
Yeah, she does. She always usually does. So that's great. So yeah, she's full. That was a great feel. Like
Yeah.
that was great. So yeah.
She
I
blo-
love it.
Did she break Kelly Clarkson? Did she break her?
She broke her at that
Did
moment.
she break Kelly Clarkson?
That was so funny.
I love all the judges and their banter back and forth. It's always so hilarious.
It's so funny. It's so funny. And then with Alicia Keys and her team, I love her because she's so strategic. You know what I mean? Like about who she picks. She's not just turning around every time. I feel like sometimes Blake is just. I mean, he's a little better between like these last 2 episodes, but I think it was like last week he was just hitting it back and forth.
Right. Speaking of him,
I'm like,
he finished his team off with the girl Dallas Caroline.
yes, who
17,
came
Cali.
next?
Yeah, she's from California. She was okay to me. Didn't have
I
the
wasn't
wow
impressed.
factor.
I wasn't impressed, but I guess for his genre of music, I could understand how that would be a good
works.
fix.
It
It
works,
was.
and he can work with her. He can develop her.
Oh yeah, and she's so young. She's only 17. So.
Yeah, a lot of
And
potential.
he didn't end up getting the last country artist. Adam did, which I'm excited about to see Adam with a country artist
Yes.
finally. Jackie Verna. But why did she remind me of Britney Spears?
Did
I
she?
could-
She is a
tone,
new
her
age.
tone.
Yeah,
Her
she's a
tone
new
gave me
age
Britney.
Britney Spears.
Jackie Verna. So this is the one who got in the car accident.
Yes. She was the one who got into the car accident.
Such a powerful story.
That was a
Oh
very
my
powerful
God.
story.
So
Yeah, and
beautiful.
Maureen as well. She got into a car accident as well too.
Who?
Maureen.
I don't know if there was more.
Yeah,
there more?
Maureen also did. Towards the end of the episode, she talked about how she struggled with her self-image, and she got into a bad car accident as well. So we,
Is that the same?
No, that's Jackie.
That's Jackie, baby.
Yeah, that's
Is that
Jackie.
Baby, she look. You getting the
did.
names wrong, honey.
Listen,
She did
y'all,
Peter
I'm
Pan.
sorry.
I was trying to. We was giving you a little bit of a
Yeah.
side eye.
Jackie
So
Verna.
what about
It's Jackie.
Maureen?
I don't think there was
I don't think there was a Maureen on this
Okay,
show.
well, maybe
you
that
was
was
watching
her
a different show,
cousin.
Candace.
I don't know what I was watching.
Got
y'all.
another L guy.
That's
I don't know.
Ew.
I don't know.
And we have to finish the show by talking about Amber, who was the last person that Kelly went for with the last hit, the last turnaround. I She was the adopted one too.
Yes.
Okay, yes.
And she sang
That her
Shape of You.
sister was kept and she wasn't.
Okay, that
Yes.
was the one that I was talking about.
I'm
Yeah.
glad y'all are listening.
And
Okay.
so she was, I thought she was good. I think
Amber
I see
was
the potential
phenomenal.
in her voice.
So much potential in her voice.
I was nervous at the beginning. But I'm glad she finally got there. She let them have it. But
She did. In
She
the
finished
beginning, I
strong.
was too, because I was like, I was really rooting for her before she even got onto the stage.
oh yeah.
And there's not too many people that I do root for before I hear them because it's the voice. But I love her personality.
Yeah,
and she has a great personality, great
personality.
energy. And I was rooting for her before she even got on stage.
Her presence, even her outfit. I love what she was wearing. She exudes confidence.
She does.
so much confidence.
That's because she's also 34. So, you
Yeah,
know.
so she's
She
been through
knows
some
who she
stuff.
is. Yeah.
She knows who she is. So beautiful, so confident, and it just got better toward the end, just stronger and stronger. She began to build it up, and she just finished so strong. Because in the beginning, I was like,
Yeah.
but it was
Yeah.
great, solid.
I knew when she hit that note that Kelly was going
I
to
knew
turn
she was
around.
gonna
I was like,
slam
yes,
that
there it
button.
is. Because she was waiting for it.
I was
Kelly
like, get there, girl, get there, please
Right.
get there before they end this song.
I know. Because I was like, oh my gosh, you're doing such a great performance. And if they could see it,
Yeah.
it would be like, okay,
would
I
seal
want
the
her.
deal.
You want
Yeah.
her. I'm so glad Kelly had the opportunity to have her on her team.
She did. And I'm excited about her. She has a great personality. She has great
Yeah.
energy.
It's always so, and I'm gonna say this again. It's always so good for me when I see adoptees and foster kids just exude confidence, especially after everything that they've been through.
Yes.
You know, I'm just biased, but I love it. I love it.
Right.
Wow. Okay, so let's move into next week's predictions.
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 Buzz TV predictions.
Woo, no lighting in here. Okay.
Ooh.
What do
So,
you think? Battle round.
Well,
battle rounds.
I'm gonna be honest. I am very new to The Voice and its franchise. Never really watched it in the past, but I'm just really looking forward to seeing how it unfolds over time. I think that there's so much talent this season that it's going to be just crazy.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm excited to see it.
Right. I think this is the first time that I really see that everybody has a chance. Like, oh my gosh, who's going to steal who? Who's going to put who against who? And there's just certain people that you're already attached to that you just don't want to see go home. And you're like, please do not put them with a person that you know is the same voice as them and that you're going to send both of them home. So, it gets exciting.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm pretty new to the Voice franchise as well, but I'm excited and looking forward to how they pair the talent up, and then they're bringing in additional like celebrities to
Yeah.
help coach them.
Haley Steinfeld,
Haley.
Julia Michaels. I
Yes.
love both of them. The other guy I'm not really familiar with, but he's something Mendez, I think, in the country singer.
The country
with Jake.
singer.
I mean, with
Right.
Blake.
Yeah, I'm
Sorry.
looking forward to
Like-
how they work and develop the talent. And even, in the highlights, we see, a little bit from next week and some of the sound bites where Blake is saying, this, I felt like I was watching a Grammy performance, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Not just, two people on stage just singing. So
Right.
I know it's going to be epic, and I'm looking forward to just the development of all the talent and the artists on the show.
Right. That's my favorite part. My favorite part is when they start stealing. Like, yay.
Just give me something to talk about.
Just give
you
me
know?
something to talk about. Give me something to feel. Give me something to tweet about. Give me something
Yes.
to Instagram about.
Yes.
Come on. And I think we're going to get all that and more.
Definitely.
All right, guys. So until next time, I am your host, Chance Cessna, and you can find me at Chance Cessna,
She looked at me like, I know.
on Instagram and on Facebook, social media, everywhere.
Good. I'm Monique Loveless, and you can find me on all platforms at Miss Mo Loveless, and also every Thursday now, Life Sentence at 7 p.m. So make sure you check that out because it is a great show.
Yes, thank you. Please check that out, guys. And thank you again for always tuning in and supporting our after show. My name is Miss Candi Marie, and you can find me on Instagram at Miss Candi Marie, on Twitter at Sweet Candor TV. And also, I also host the Alienist panel on Monday nights at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
All right, guys. Well, we will see you next week. Thanks for tuning in.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.
Your AfterBuzz TV prediction.